what's some celebrities you smoke with, and
I mean, nobody's surprising, right? I mean, just all
everybody smoking with Snoop Dogg. You never smoke with
what's
Snoop
someone
Dogg?
that people might not know that
Wiz,
smoke?
I can't tell.
You got Wiz.
Because usually that person, I smoke with Obama, I ain't gonna lie. Bro, we was blowing.
Okay.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Cannabis and Kicks podcast. My name is Shelly. I'm here with my co-host. I got the legendary DJ Broadway here, DJ Who Kid,
See ya.
Marcus Malone.
What's
and I'm going to
good?
toss it to Marcus to introduce our guest host today.
I'm excited. We have 16-year NBA veteran, also owner of a multi-state cannabis company, Viola, none other than Al Harrington.
Yo.
Hey.
Thanks for having me, bro. You did a good job
Welcome.
introducing me. That was nice, bro. I appreciate
I
that.
try to do my homework.
We're also high as hell, so don't
Right,
judge.
right.
Out of here right now, flying.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's when the creativity kicks in.
Absolutely.
So it's all good.
But we got to talk about what everybody's smoking, what everybody's rocking. Right now, I got some Viola, of course, pre-roll from my guy Al, and I'm wearing the Lost and Found Jordan 1s.
I just smoked the Viola, but I need you to tell me what sneakers I have on.
Oh, those are the Off-White Blazer Low Nike collab.
That was fire.
Thank you, Al, for getting me high.
Yeah. He's like, do I even have shoes on?
Right.
I don't even.
I wasn't expecting that one.
They just put them on my feet for me. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are. They just end up on my feet.
No doubt. I got to tell you what I'm smoking?
Yeah, what you
So I'm
smoking?
smoking my Viola Master Leaf collab. The strain is called Sherblato. Hand rolled, glass tips. More of an expensive item or whatever, more of a connoisseur price point. You know what I'm
Rich
saying?
cats out
Each
there,
one,
bro.
a box, you get 5 in them for $100. So you got to be.
So you wouldn't share that with homies. That's for you. That's
I'll share with
It's
them.
a
I'll share with
personal
the
buy.
homies.
It's a
you
personal
can't pass around like.
It's kind of personal today.
Yeah, that's a personal buy. That's not for
I'll see what I can
everybody.
do next time. I'll see what I
That's
can
for me. You know what I'm saying? For me.
But yeah, because I'm going through some of the shoe game right now because I don't like the way some of my brothers been treated, you know, Kyrie and Kanye. So I'm rocking the
yes.
New Balance 990s.
Okay.
Burgundy red joints.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I got on my feet today.
It's fire, right?
You can't go wrong with New Balance. They so
Yeah.
comfortable.
Super
No,
comfortable.
I need an ashtray when y'all get a chance too.
Oh, then, well, you can have this
I
one.
want to try one of those.
Yeah, I want to try one
For the lady, I get one to the ladies, y'all. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Can I have one? Can I have one too?
I'll let you later, big dog. I'm gonna see how. I mean,
Power of the
I'm trying to get the personal.
Oh, I'm just in some off-white Prestos. You know, keeping it cute.
big shout out to Virgil.
Yeah, big
yeah,
shout out
big
to
shout.
Virgil. That's what I've been
Missing.
on.
R.I.P., yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sure.
That was definitely a big loss. Bro, hey, what's up? What you...
We are flying right now on flight. Nah. My sneakers, look. It's a story to why I have these on. But
Those hard though. Those not even out for real, right?
I just went to Kif right now to grab these because my other sneakers, they got lost somehow. So these were at Kif and they look like the Terminators from back in the day, you know what I'm saying, in Georgetown. Remember those joints? So they look like that. And then, you know, I'm a fan of the snakeskin, man. So, you know, I put these on in the old school flavor right here. This is like a Soho sneaker right here, you know.
See ya.
Fire. I thought those came out on the 10th.
They was in there this morning. They had some flavors in there and for reasonable too.
Okay, put niggas on.
Office right
Yeah,
there.
nah,
I
Kif
gotta
right
get
there.
It's like I was right there.
I
and
know
I
my
didn't
office
even
right
know.
next to
Nah, I'm
Kif down
dead
the street.
serious. Go
I
down.
didn't know
Yo,
that.
you gonna look in there and think it costs a lot? No.
Right.
You gonna think you in Vim's or something.
Right.
For real. They got Dr. J's prices. Them good
Said
shit.
them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm high too, man. First of all, how high are you? You 6'8" or 6'9"?
I'm 6'9".
Wow, that's motherfucking tall.
Yeah.
Wish I was 7 feet some days, but I'd have made more money. You know what I'm saying? They paying them 7 footers all kind of bread. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's different, like thresholds depending on your height.
I mean, sometimes I'm just like, because big guys is not a lot of them, right? That are, coordinated and can play. So if you find one of those, you usually overpay them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, I made it do what it do. Like you said, I played 16 years, you know what I'm
That's
saying,
it.
at the highest level. So,
Were you the tallest in high school?
no, I actually played with another NBA
Was somebody else taller?
player. He was 7 foot. Kid named Samuel Dallenberg. So he was my center my junior and senior year in high school. So he was the tallest player on the team. And then I had one other kid that was 6'10", his name was Suleiman Muhammad. So I was the third tallest on my team.
Oh, wow. Lucky school.
Yeah. We was playing we were like damn near all young NBA players.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So my coach, his name is Kevin Boyle. He coaches a school called Mount Verde. So they're number one team in the country right now. And I think 2 years ago, he had 7 first-round picks in the draft.
Wow.
That played for him the year
Oh.
before.
Were you around that period where everybody was jumping college, going straight to the NBA? You came around that time, right?
Yeah, so I think KG was, what was KG, 95? And then Cole was 96. Tracy McGrady was 97.
T-Mac.
And in my class, me and Rashard Lewis was 98. So we were like the 4th year of after KG brought that back, allowing guys to do that.
Oh.
They weren't getting paid back then, right? No, there no college kids getting paid.
Nah, not like now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could have got paid illegally. I was gonna go the college that I was gonna go to. They had offered me a $500,000 package.
Wow, that's gangster, yo.
If I'd have went.
Oh, they throw cars with that too. They be
Yeah, you get a
niggas
car, but not cool cars.
Not the kind of car.
My car was a Ford Explorer.
Accord.
They got you a get around.
Yeah, because you could. Y'all remember we coming from nothing, so we're driving around a Bentley. You're targeted and you're losing your eligibility.
Got that freedom. Put on gas.
Y'all get something right.
Yeah, something right under the radar. Trap all-star.
But it's kind of cool now that college kids are finally getting some paper legally. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's dope.
Instead of
You gotta
hiding
think
back
about
then.
it because most of those guys don't play at the next level, right? You know what I'm saying? They never get a chance to make millions of dollars, but at the end of the day, going into college, they probably as hot as they'll ever be. You know what I'm saying? And why not be able to cash out on that, right? Instead of potentially leaving college in debt in some instances for guys that, want to further their education and shit. So I like it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you think about the kid that, can't remember his name, but the wide receiver that played for USC. I think he made $3 million this year. You know what I'm saying? So that's, life-changing money. It also gives you access to money at a younger age. So that when you do get it, you know what I'm saying, you kind of know how to manage it and different things like that. So I'm happy that those guys get that money because, these universities make obviously multi-millions of dollars off of them. The coach makes multi-millions. But the player, the one that's out there, the product, don't
Right.
get
Oh, the coach gets millions.
Yeah, big millions.
It's regular, like a high school
money
coach. So.
Wow, they get big
It's
millions.
crazy.
College coaches getting $10 million a year, bro.
What?
For sure. Football coaches.
The football.
I didn't know that.
I just was listening to something
10
about that.
million.
Yeah.
Bro, everything going up. You know what I'm saying?
They
Wow.
said
It's a great time to be alive.
With that, it comes the recruitment. More people want to come to the school. It's so much money being funneled through
ain't
through those
know
football
that,
teams.
To her point, you always had the boosters, right? Because you got alumni that are hella successful in all
Right.
kind of fields, but
Yep.
now they help with the recruiting. So now they're like, all right, I'm gonna have you promote my sandwich shop. I'm gonna have you promote my car company. I'm gonna give you a car, and I'm gonna give you free food, and I'm gonna give you 100 bands.
Wow.
Oh, so it's flipped. It's
It's
good
lit
for
for
people
the
now.
kids,
It's lit
yeah.
now.
It's dope.
Oh, they good. They actually got deals.
Now it's
going
worth it
on.
to potentially go to college.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because before that, to me, when they put that rule in, I'd have just went overseas for a year, like Brandon Jennings did. Go to
Damn.
Australia, go to Spain,
Yeah.
go somewhere and get some culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then come
Right.
back and get in the league. So now we get a chance to keep our kids home. You know what I'm saying? Which
Okay.
I like about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
But you being overseas, isn't it bugged out now? Like the overseas cats are better. Like back then, everybody was whack. It was like China, Japan. Fuck.
I think that it's just a different setup for them, right? Which is cool. Like if you look at just overseas sports in general, like when you have an athlete that's special, that's all they do, bro. Like they don't really go to school. Like the environment is set up for them to train, then get education, right? Our system is, you got to have the grades.
Right.
You got to do both.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just imagine if you ain't have to do nothing but work on your craft
Right.
and become the best
All
player
day.
that you can be. That's all they do. So so to me, that's the biggest difference over there. And it's also like a lot cheaper for them to actually chase their dream, right? So like here, as we know, like depending on what sport it is, but I'll just give you an example for like soccer, right? I'm a soccer dad. My daughter plays soccer.
Yeah,
it's so fucking expensive for her to play soccer.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? It's $4,000 for her to be on the team. And every time they travel every weekend, we gotta.
Oh my God.
So most black people, right,
Can't afford it.
can't afford it. So that's why I
Right.
say even with soccer, right? Because a lot of the soccer kids don't look like my daughter, right? Like any of them are,
Yeah.
right? And the reason why is because kids from our neighborhoods, they can't afford to play.
Yeah.
But overseas, all that shit is free.
Yep.
Wow.
All of
Oh.
it. So if you like, if you seen like Ronaldo talk, and I'm just coming from just soccer perspective. You hear all those guys talk about it. They always say like it's like they feel like it's corrupt here in the U.S. because they're like, why are those kids paying so much
Yeah.
to play a sport?
Yeah,
you know what
that's
I'm
crazy.
saying?
That's really
Yeah.
So it's just like different things like that is the reason why we don't get a chance to really dominate. You know what I'm saying? The way that we potentially
The
could
opportunity
for
is
real.
not there.
'Cause
The
opportunity's
funding
just
not
not there
there.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, in Queens, I used to be like in the Haitian soccer team, man. That shit was like one pie pizza for everybody.
Right.
Like, I just shit like
Then y'all soccer field
orange, like not a whole orange. They cut the shit like 50 pieces.
Y'all
Each
soccer
player
field.
sucking out that orange.
Orange
man.
slices
For
and
vitamin
pizza.
C. Man.
I don't even know how that goes.
Poverty.
brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I say y'all soccer field had Colt 45 bottles and shit, all kind of shit. Like,
Jamaicans would be
old English and
Yeah,
shit.
you know what's crazy? Like being in New York, like all the white kids in the rural area would kick our ass. Like they
Right.
come with the expensive school, they in the Catholic school, we fucking Haitians eating one pizza. Like, it's like, and they're coordinated. Everything is like professional.
Yep.
They kick it out as professionally.
You ain't had the right nutrients. You
Yeah,
can't have
you know.
pizza and
Preparation
orange
wasn't
slice.
right. The preparation was hard. Big time.
No type of good nutrients. Y'all was tired.
That's funny as hell.
Okay.
Well, so, speaking of coming in and out, did you come in after Jordan and then you came in during Kobe, or which one did you?
Nah, so when the year I got drafted was the last year that Michael and them won the last championship.
Oh, I know you were like, fuck.
Right, exactly. I'm like, damn, but he comes back with the Wizards.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Remember? So he come back with the Wizards.
okay.
So obviously first time seeing, so I met him before a couple times, but seeing him on the court, you like, damn, but remember he's 40 now, right?
Yeah.
But he still had the same swag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got a Jordan story. So we playing in the game or whatever, and he's saying something to me, and he kept calling me a hoe.
Damn.
Like something hoe, but that's kind of how he talked. That's kind of his slang. But
Yo, it's
took it
coming out
personally,
now.
right?
Mike's
So I'm
wrong,
like
B.
hoe. So finally, I'm like, bro, I ain't no hoe. Because, see, you get taught, like, the stories of the myths of Michael Jordan is you were told, like, don't talk shit to Michael Jordan. Like, he could say something about your mother, your wife, your girl. Just don't say nothing. Because if you say something, he's looking for you to say something.
Yeah.
So he will fucking annihilate you on the court. So at the time, my coach was Isaiah Thomas. So you remember him and Isaiah don't
Yeah,
like
they don't
each other.
rock.
God,
Right?
no
They
way.
hate each other.
Yeah, they hate each other.
So we catching some of that, but then we're also I'm catching the humble side of Isaiah telling us, like, don't say nothing to that motherfucker. Like, don't say nothing to him type shit. So whatever, first 2 quarters, ho, 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 ho. Third quarter, I ain't no ho. Oh, you ain't no ho? No, I ain't no ho. All right. So that game, I will say, I was balling. I had 37.
Oh, wow.
He had 41.
See you.
And he had 41, and they won.
Oh,
Right?
wow.
Right.
So after the game or whatever, I'm in the locker room and shit, and I'm icing my knees and shit, and the ball boy come in, and he got something under the towel or whatever. So he come and he walk up to me and he opens the towel and it's Jordan's shoes. Right? So Jordan signed the shoes and told me best wishes, better luck next time.
Yo, how much of them shits?
So he sent me the shoes. So I got them in my man cave. That's my nephew, right?
That's crazy.
So he just sent me shoes I ain't even asked for.
What?
That was dope.
But it was like he was kind of sunning me. I feel
A little bit.
but I feel like I got
A little
sunned
bit.
a little
The
bit.
best son ever, man.
Yeah, I'm like, so like, because what really in my body, I wanted to be like, man, fuck them shoes.
I was like,
But
fuck
my heart said, oh my God, let me get them shoes, bro.
Them shoes.
Jordan, nigga.
You got the sticker in that game?
Yeah, I had to guard him. That's why I was a hoe. I earned my hoe that night. I earned being a hoe that night. Me and Ron Mercer was trying to guard him. I'll never forget that. Isaiah, don't
crazy.
say nothing to him, but Isaiah hate that motherfucker. That's for damn sure. I got mad.
Damn. Hate him.
They run deep. That's why I always say, like, the difference between the game back then and now is, like, I just feel like it's more of a band of brothers now, which is fine and cool. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I'm telling you, bro, because I've had the conversations with these guys, bro. They literally did not. Like, I think if Michael Jordan dies, Isaiah Thomas might give you one of them.
Yeah.
It ran deep.
I'm telling y'all, it's different. They was just, I guess it was just different just because competition was whatever, but like for some reason, they really did not like each other, like personally.
Yeah.
It was something with the USA team, right? Where
Them two, but I'm just saying, but even a lot of the other players, like you talk to like the Adrian Dantleys or the, Robert Parrish, talk to even Magic Johnson, like Larry Bird, like,
Oh my God.
But
they
did
used to
not
hoop together in the summers though. That's
hell no.
They said didn't Magic or MJ used to have
Somebody-
runs in
They
LA?
would have a run, but what I'm saying is like they would come, but they were coming with different things in mind. Yeah. They was coming looking for an advantage. Like let me see what he worked on.
Oh shit.
I'm telling you, they just approached it differently. And I get a lot of flack because I've talked about this before on different podcasts and things like, what? Bron did. But I'm like, I get it. But I'm telling you, I got a chance to talk with these dudes for like 5 years and just hear the stories. And it was not we going on family vacation.
Right.
It was always about like trying to figure out how to beat them.
The game.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw on one podcast you spoke a lot about taxes. Like you learn how to pay your taxes and how it's different for each state for NBA players. How much did what you learn financially in basketball, how did that resonate in the cannabis space?
I mean, pretty much everything, right? Because, I always say like with us athletes, especially my generation, we were all the first generation money. You know what I'm saying? Now you're starting to get NBA players that are, sons of players. So now they had some exposure. Like when we got it, bro, it was nothing. So to your point of what car did you get? Like the ignorant side of us are gonna go get the craziest car we can get, right? Not knowing we're gonna make ourselves hot. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Like it's just like the mentality is just, it was just so different. You know what I'm saying? Like I made money and it's time to pay taxes. Like my mother, what she made, 30, like 40, maybe 50,000, maybe. You know what I'm saying? And nobody else I could think of made that kind of money. So I don't have nobody in my family I can go to and ask for advice.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of players are like that. So, I've had teammates that literally they paycheck go right into like the Chase account. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, bro, that's money you gotta have a plan.
Yeah,
You just can't
exactly.
sit in no bank. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I meant by that. And, because of learning all those different things, you know what I'm saying? Now, being an entrepreneur and owning a business and all that, pretty much it was all just the foundation. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning in business today. I'm 42 years old and don't think I still got it all figured out. You know what I'm saying? I learn different shit damn near weekly. You know what I'm saying? On different about financing, what you can do in financing, how you write shit off and how you don't have to pay taxes if you do this or set up this kind of entity and different things like that. So to me, it's just something that we'll constantly continue to learn about. You know what I'm saying?
What about with like really figuring out who you can trust? Because I know a lot of players and stuff, people mishandled their money and was like taken from them and stuff. So like, how do you go about like building a team and, making sure it's the right people that's going to lead you, financially right and be also responsible with your money?
I think it's easier now than, like I said, in the past, but it's literally like taking the time to learn your business yourself. Just that's the only way you could. I've seen family fuck players. I've seen business advisors fuck players. So to your point, like, who do you trust? Like, how do you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's extremely hard to trust anybody. And once again, as we've seen, money will make people do crazy ass things.
It's fucked up.
It'll make people do crazy things. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, I think it's a thing where you gotta learn on your own and figure that shit out, take the time out. It don't take a lot of time. Like when we, as athletes, especially, like that's why I miss about being an athlete, was that all I had to do was work out. They paid me millions of dollars. Millions, bro. Millions on millions to work my ass out. That's all I had to do, bro.
Show up.
I had to read shit, write shit, nothing. Work out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so nothing, but entrepreneurship is just different. You know what I'm saying? So totally different mindset, different conversations, different things that you got to learn. But, you got to be willing to put the time in. And, because, when you're in it, your workouts last you 2 hours, maybe 3. You got 21 more hours a day that you can start to have
Really work on
to have more conversations, talk with your financial advisor, talk with whoever the fuck, do internships, and different things you're interested in, shit like that.
Speaking of financial advisors, I found myself with my job in general having to raise funds or help raise funds. And I found that when I would go to most of my ex-NBA guys that I managed, that their financial advisor was against them investing in cannabis. Did you have to deal with any of that?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Still got to deal with it.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Financial advisors, what I've learned is you got to remember, they're a business too, right? And the more money that stays with them, that they're collecting their fees off of, the better they're doing at their job.
Right.
Yeah, they're trying to
If
protect
you
that
start
shit.
allocating money outside of what they control, they don't benefit from that. And that's one of the main things players got to realize is that's the reason why your financial advisor tells you no to all the deals is because he want any deal to come through them.
Yeah,
so that they always
Get that money.
are generating money off of it.
It's another holding place for your money almost.
Yeah.
That they charge you to hold your money.
They charge you to hold your money, which is it's a business, right? Because you do need somebody looking after. Because this, managing money is
It's like a wife.
But at the same time, but it's just like, bro, don't sit here and tell me I shouldn't do this deal because you're not gonna get paid for
Right,
it.
yeah, that's funny. To me,
help
that's
me grow
lame.
my
At
shit. If
least
you help me grow my shit, I'm
right.
gonna look at you in a better light. But it's just, but they're
Exactly.
programmed too. And then I could go I got hella story, but even from that perspective, professional athletes now, I think it's changing. It's changing because a LeBron is that type of guy that gets access. But what I'm saying is most of us get financial advisors that can, get us a return on our money between 5 and maybe 10% on a good year, 12%.
Oh, wow.
But people with real high net worth and that have access to the real deals, they see 35% on their money. They never give that to athletes. And I've literally heard them say they're not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with an athlete. I'm not. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, bro, it's I'm telling you,
What?
as we talk about the whole systematic shit and all that, bro, this shit run deep even for motherfuckers with money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This just is, I just know a lot
That's
now.
crazy. So I'm sorry. There's levels of racism with the type of if you had a higher bracket of money
Bro,
that you make. If you're a billionaire, you have 10 billion, so you're different than a guy who has 100 and different from a guy who has 20.
Yeah, there's certain financial institutions that will not deal with you unless you have $50 million that liquid to give to them.
Ain't fucking with me, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm God damn. But it's real.
Yeah.
Some you gotta have 300 million.
Got to be
it's
this-
real wealth out here, but what I'm trying to tell you is there's,
He's like,
Let me figure out how to say this.
yeah, they run the algorithm.
So to get you out of this jam, what when you first started investing in cannabis, did you have those issues from financial advisors saying
Yeah, what does Al know? Weed is illegal. I lost
Mm-hmm.
my financial advisor. My financial advisor my entire
oh,
career.
wow.
He was 70-something years old, I think, when I made the first investment. And he let me make the investment, but he was kind of hating on it. You know what I'm saying? I think, and one day he even said it to me. He was like, yeah, shit. He's like, I know it was 600,000, which is not a little bit of money, but he was like, I'd rather you lose 600,000 than 7 million because I could see how far this could go. And shit you understand what I'm saying? So, he didn't want me to do it. I just said, fuck it, I want to do it. I see a lane. And he dropped me as a client. Nigga sent me all my shit. He was like, yo, here go all your account information, blah, 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 blah.
Damn.
Oh,
Just
shoot.
move your bread.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Which I get it, but he did it more out of the unknown of the industry. You know what I'm saying? He said to me, he was like, yo, I'm not going to, he's like, I'm too old to go to jail for helping you launder money. You know what I'm saying? He died he died
But
last
when
year.
you said that you lost him, maybe your weed hit me a little bit. I thought you meant he had passed. So how did you get into cannabis? What made you decide that there was something that you wanted to do? Was it because of the coins that was connected to it?
Nah, I got a real story. So my grandmother, who was 79 years old, came to see me play in Denver. And when she got there, you know, I was excited to get her there just because normally, like, she won't get on a plane to go nowhere. She either going to drive. So, like, I can only get her to come pretty much see me play. I think she came to Atlanta once because she lived in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And then she would come see me play in Charlotte. So I was like, Grandma, why don't you come out? Got the girls. You ain't really even seen the girls, my daughters and shit. So she like, all right, I'll come, or whatever. So she get there, whatever, take her bags downstairs. She was like, bring her bag back up. So I brought the bag up, and when I was bringing it up, I could hear it shaking. It was pills in the bag. So putting it on the counter, she come upstairs, and then she opened the bag, and she started taking like 30 pills. So I was like, damn, Grandma. I was like, why you taking so much medication? And she's like, boy, I got everything. She's like, I got high blood pressure, I got diabetes, I got glaucoma. So when she said glaucoma, I said, Grandma, I was just reading in the newspaper how cannabis cures glaucoma patients. And she was like, so we kept talking about this. She was like, well, what is cannabis? And I was like, it's marijuana weed. She was like, reefer?
Yeah.
She was like, bro, she started laughing. She wouldn't stop laughing. She's like, I cannot believe you tried to get me to smoke reefer. She laughing. So I'm like, nah, Grandma. I was like, they said it's medicine. Just try. She like, nah. She like, boy. She's like, it ain't gonna do nothing but make me hungry. What she said. So next day I come home from shoot around and she's sitting in the kitchen. And when I walk in, she's like sitting at the table like this. And I was like, Grandma, what's up? And she looked up, squinting. She's like, that's you, baby doll? I was like, yeah, how you doing today? She was like, my eyes hurt so bad today I can barely see. So I said, well, Grandma, why don't you just try cannabis? I was like, it's in a legal state. And I was like, I won't tell nobody. This will be our secret. So she was like, all right, I'll try it. She's like, my eyes hurt so bad today, I'll try anything. So I called my boys named Bugs. I was like, Bugs, go to the dispensary and get something for glaucoma. But at this point, I'm not a smoker either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he bring back Vietnam Kush and he bought a volcano machine.
Oh,
so we do the volcano.
Damn,
I'm just thinking she don't want to smoke blunt either, right? So I'm like, it'd probably be better to do it. Dog, so we put it in the volcano bag, take her in the garage. She hit it like once, hit it twice. Second time she hit it, she like blew it out her nose.
Oh, Grandma.
She hit it again.
Yeah.
So I look at her, I was like, Grandma,
Shima.
you sure you don't smoke? I'm like, what? I'm like, because most people smoke that, they be coughing and she just hitting
taking it like a G.
So she told me she had smoked a cigarette one time when she was 16, is what she said. So I take her downstairs, I go take my nap. Hour and a half later, I wake up. So I remember at this point I had smoked one time and I had smoked with my teammates in Golden State and Matt and Steven Jackson, BD, so whatever they gave me, that shit was mad strong. So that shit had me like paranoid and shit.
Yeah.
And literally the next day on the bus, I was like, y'all niggas smoke to feel like that?
Right.
Like, that's how y'all be feeling? I'm like, y'all never smoke again. You know what I'm saying? So I remembered that. So I was like, let me go make sure she okay.
Right.
So I go downstairs and I don't hear anything. So I knock on the door, nothing. So I knock again, now I got a smirk on my face. So I open the door, but she's up. She's sitting at the edge of the bed, her back's to the door, and she's looking down. So I'm like, Grandma, how you feeling? She turned around, and she was bawling. She was crying tears. She says, I'm healed. She said, you know, I haven't been able to read the words of my Bible in over 3 years.
No way.
So she was downstairs reading her Bible after smoking or whatever.
Wow.
So I went in the room. I called my mom's. My mother, she telling my mother, she like, God gave me my sight back. Everything is so clear, this, that, and the third. So that's what inspired me to learn about it. Viola's her name, so I named the company after her. She recently just passed last month.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So she lived 91 years.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's a
blessing for
beautiful
sure.
life.
And she was using cannabis damn near to
for
the
the
end.
duration.
You know what I'm saying? Till she got to hospice or whatever. But you know, that was inspiration. Just, you know, seeing how it helped her recognizing and respecting the plant as being medicine and not what we had all been taught to believe, the stigma that
She
we
didn't
taught.
have that.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, even for her just to be open enough, minded enough to try it was like, I say it was God at work, in my opinion.
It was.
You know
You
what I'm
probably
saying?
even kept her here even longer.
Right.
Getting
And
her
I
help.
probably wouldn't be here talking about cannabis either.
Today.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But because I have such a strong belief that I really feel like cannabis can heal the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's a connector. Obviously, all the benefits that come from the plant. The plant can do so much thing. It can build homes, roads, all this different shit.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Bring up the economy. Man.
Yeah, bro. It's
seriously.
23. It's right now. There's 2,300 use cases for cannabis right now. Besides just smoking it the way they do. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about that, bro, like this shit is an unbelievable opportunity that we're sitting in the middle of, and that's why I try to encourage people as much as I can. Like, try to find a way to get into this shit. Because I'm telling you, you might slip up and get generational wealth out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's what it should be all about anyway. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out how to break those barriers.
especially as a female.
Right. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for females, but I see females out there doing it. You know what I mean? And I'm now at the point where we want to do a female line, something specific to women. You know what I'm saying?
Is it?
Women smoking, bro.
I talked to him about it. I've been
They smoking.
thinking about it for years.
And
I
they
just
fly
never
smoking.
had, really acted
Yeah, we should
on
holler
it.
if you're not doing nothing. You should maybe roll with us because we're gonna do something.
What's this 9/13?
What's 9/30? Oh, on my wrist? That's my wife's birthday.
That's my birthday.
Oh, is it really?
That's
Wow.
for Virgo.
Uh-oh.
Gang.
Okay.
He is too.
Y'all crazy as hell.
Hell is going on.
He went.
Really?
He thought it was going this way. It went that way.
Why everybody be saying
I'm like, I actually liked y'all until now.
Listen, no, because the thing is, we're angels.
No,
you know,
no,
sent
no.
to
Y'all
make sure
are
that
very
everybody
special.
keep
Y'all
their-
touched. Y'all
keep
touched.
to make sure,
I don't even like how that.
No, we keep things organized and like,
Yeah, OD with that.
OD.
That's OD.
Sometimes it's
That's
a little bit
OD.
OD.
What is your thoughts on, because you talk about women in cannabis, what's going on with Brittany Griner?
Man, you see I got my Britney shirt on too, bro.
That's hard.
Tough.
I didn't even know that. That's
Wow.
I
hard.
didn't even know until he.
That's hard.
You know what I'm saying?
word.
Yeah, that's dope.
Man, it's so sad, man, because like, real talk, I just came from Japan and Dubai, right?
Mm-hmm.
You definitely can't smoke there.
But listen, before I left, everybody that know me, check your bag, bro, check your bag.
Never know.
I checked my bags. I checked them. So I finally just decided to unpack the bags. I had 2 vapes in the bag.
Oh, yeah, you just never know, man.
Bro, you just, bro, like, you never know, bro.
you don't.
Listen, everybody told
I
me
travel
check
with
my
it.
bag. I checked them, bro.
Wow.
I had 2 vapes in the bag. So my point being is like, number one, I didn't do it on purpose.
Exactly.
I went there with all the respect in the world of
Right.
knowing I ain't trying to
You
get
ain't
in.
even hit it. You
Coulda
ain't
got
even
messed
hit
up.
it.
I was smoking while I was
Doing your
there.
due diligence.
I was sober for 2 weeks,
Yeah.
miserable. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take in
Oh, man.
the experience, but not high.
Traveling not high.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, man.
but
He's right,
seriously,
though.
with her, man, this shit is fucked up. I believe that if she was someone else, she probably would have been home already.
For sure.
I don't really feel like our country is doing everything they can to get her. Now, I get that. I hear people argument here saying like, well, what about my brother that was locked up and locked up? I agree. As soon as she touched the soil, the 40,000, I think it's still like 40,000 guys or people locked up for cannabis related.
Yeah.
All 40 of them should walk out that same day.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just
Yeah.
So I get the politics of it, of why I think that's the reason why they're not bringing us, because of that politics
Yeah.
alone. It's like if she come back,
Everybody
the
gotta come.
backlash of like everybody that's still locked up for it. So I think they're trying to figure that out before they actually bring her home. But like it's just like, come on, man. Like she had less than a gram of cannabis oil. Yeah. And who knows, like, and my whole thing is like, did they even really test it? Was it CBD? Was it
Right, like,
was it
Exactly.
anything? Like, how you
What
know?
was
Like,
it?
what was it really?
What was it?
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but you know, that's the politics of it all. So I'm praying to God they bring her home. You see, obviously I support as much as I can.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You know, I don't know what else we can do at this point. You know, I see everybody do try to raise awareness to it as much as possible, but now it's really on our government, because even if they do, I don't know if it's true or not, but they allegedly want some guy
Somebody
here.
like a
that
swap
they're gonna
out.
send, they're gonna swap out, but they plan on killing him soon as he get there. This is just from my
Oh
research.
wow.
This is from my research.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just like, okay, why are we owning them if they gonna kill him anyway? It's not like they're about to let him loose to go
Right.
crazy. They about to chop his head off as soon as he touches. So I'm just like, why is she still there?
Yeah.
If that's the truth.
That's
But you know,
wild.
but yeah, we got to bring her home, and I just think as much as we can talk about it, hopefully it'll
Something
push something to get her
done.
home. Because 9 years, and they saying she in the hardest prison out there. It's like,
Yeah,
you
how
know,
she get to a hardened prison from a gram of.
but not only that, but stimulating the Russian economy by playing basketball there,
Yeah.
playing women back. Like she was
Right.
providing a service to the Russians too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She wasn't over there just taking, bro. Like she was a feature. She was a reason why people came and spent money
Yeah.
that stimulated their economy.
Yeah.
So it's just
It's to be treated like that.
it's weird. That shit.
But
is
it's,
so
it's also
weird.
a damn shame she gotta go overseas to get real money. I don't know why America can't just like get it cracking, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
With
It's just
NWA
I
and
personally,
shit.
what I think they need to do, and the girls get mad when I say this, so I hope they're not watching. Just do one thing, bro. Lower the rim.
Oh,
That's gonna jip it though. Some people are gonna be like,
But
it's a jip.
why?
yeah.
Somebody gonna say it's a jip.
Why?
Because they're gonna be like, that's
Put it
not where it's
9
supposed to
feet
be.
just so the girls can start dunking. Bro,
Dunking.
that's the. I'm telling you,
I
it's
know
the
that'll be
wild
the fun
factor is what
factor.
they're
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
missing. That's what they're
Yeah,
missing.
it's missing the excitement.
They just
of the
missing
game.
that excitement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
sure.
if they bring it to 9, and now the girls start dunking and
And
yamming
throwing
on each
lobs
other.
and all
I'm
that.
telling you, I think the game changes. I
Yeah.
promise I do.
If you see girls doing some crazy,
Yeah.
You got a couple girls dunking now that's dunking.
Yeah, like now,
crazy,
like
dog.
back then, I was
But
like,
I'm telling you, bro, I was just telling somebody this the other night, bro. I swear, dog. Seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. Once you see somebody do it, then it becomes possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So once you
true.
see that, it's just like my exact story I said was last night. When J.R. Ryder threw the ball between his legs and dunked it, it was like the world went crazy. We were
yeah,
like,
because ain't
what
nobody
the
really
fuck
seen
was
that before.
Crazy.
Bro,
Yeah.
now 7-year-olds is
Everybody
throwing it between their legs.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? But you just had to see it. So like with the girls, like girls dunking, now it's like mad girls dunking. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But drop it to 9, you just saw like girls being like Shaq out there, it'd be a different game, bro. I think it'd be more entertaining.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they're missing is dunking. Because other than that, their skill level was out of there.
Crazy.
They dumb nice.
Handles, everything.
They dumb nice.
back to NBA and weed. Like you said, you started late, but Steven Jack's like a good friend of mine. I remember he told me that back then they smoked weed, but it's like to fuck with their muscle pain and shit like
Right.
that. I mean, to get high too, but a lot of ball players did it to fuck with their muscles. Football players. How did you take care of your muscles and shit? Like you
So
say,
for me, when I play, I just did it, I guess, the regular way, right? A lot of ice.
Really?
A lot of treatment.
so
Gladiator way.
damn.
He was really
I
taking
just
it.
joint
And
down,
y'all
like-
turnaround is like so crazy. Like you got to be having back to backs and all of that kind of
Nah, I
stuff.
mean,
So, like,
it's a grind, but it's funny. Like, that's funny you say that because, like, you see now they're trying to change it. They're trying to change the season to 65 games.
That'd
and
be
2
wow.
days in between every game, just saying that they want the players to be all they could be. It was definitely more of a gladiator sport back in the day. And
It's
you couldn't
softening up.
afford to get hurt either. So it was like
Oh,
the teams
shit.
was just good enough where like everybody was, you had the superstars, your main 2 or 3, right? That they no matter what, they straight. But everybody in between there was kind of where like you couldn't get hurt.
yeah.
Cause you get hurt, you miss a game or 2, bro. Somebody step up, so you really about to be sitting there like God damn, mad as hell.
dancing
But
up
now, dog, these niggas, they take off a week, 2 weeks, come
Yeah.
back, start. I'm off there. I ain't like the way I felt up in the shit for a couple weeks. So it's different. It's different.
Exhaustion. It's a bit softer. Well,
It was
the
more
whole-
gladiator sport
The whole
then.
world
Yeah,
is,
man.
though. Like,
Everything's
everything is a
soft.
little bit softer.
Yeah, they setting us up.
Yeah, but you said that you did the ice thing. You didn't have another player that's like, yo, you need to smoke weed, homie.
Yeah,
What
of
the
course
fuck,
they
man?
told me to smoke, but I'm just like, nah. I never smoked. Yeah, bro. But I swear, dog. Until I learned about weed, bro, I'm telling you, even as I was taught and I believed that if you smoke weed, you was gonna end up smoking crack.
See? I keep telling you,
a gateway
What are you
drug.
wearing, bro? Caribbean?
told you
It's a
yesterday.
gateway. You went to
If you
that
smoke weed,
seminar that
you
used to
could
come to
potentially-
dairy
The
people.
damn dog
The
and all
dairy
that.
people
Yeah, bro, I
come
was
and they
there.
tell you-
I had the T-shirt and all. I was
That's the
there.
gateway.
Yes, I was in the
You was
front.
there.
I was in the front. Like, no,
Crack
I'm not
is
trying
whack.
to sell crack. I'm not trying to smoke
I'm
crack.
not. It's a gateway drug.
It's a
You're
gateway.
going to
Bro,
be chasing a
come on,
different
dog.
high.
You seen crackheads.
You ain't want
you can't want to smoke crack.
You just can't start at the first day smoking crack being a pro. You gotta start from
Somewhere
somewhere.
to feel the high.
You've been
Yeah.
the one
doing
of
this.
higher high.
That's what they taught you.
Yeah.
They were
Nah,
like,
bro.
They were
I'm
like,
like-
you're always going to be chasing that first high.
Yes.
Yeah, your first
No.
day smoking crack, you ain't gonna have the mechanics right. You gonna drop something.
Now, our pastor used to like preach against it, like
Everything. I
now
grew
it's
up in all
funny
that
'cause it's
era.
legal. I look at my pastor like,
So, well, listen,
What are
with
we
me and my
doing?
friends, we call each other prayer warriors, and we be high while we praying together.
And God put
stuff.
this on
God,
earth for
he
me
did,
and
he
for you.
did, he did.
Yeah, it's here for
He's
you.
here for us.
but speaking of that, do you feel like at some point it'll be okay for players to outwardly.
It's okay now. It's smoking
But to
now.
outwardly
I
promote.
mean, you mean like to endorse?
Yeah.
I mean, it got to be federally legal, I personally think.
Yeah.
You know, I think even if the league allows it, they're still going to say, you know, relax, smoke, but don't push it.
it's kids watching.
Yeah.
Kids gonna be at the game like,
Yeah, all the kids.
he gets high.
But I've seen interviews you've done with the late great David Stern, and you made a lot of progress about cannabis. You put him on notice.
I think that interview is what pushed it over the top to legalize cannabis for all sports.
Right. And with that, have you made progress with the new commissioner?
Yeah, we talk.
It's not the same.
It's not the same, but he understands that he has to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every professional sport has done it. He's the only one that hasn't officially done it.
Yeah.
I think that he's using it for a bargaining chip because, you know, they got to negotiate the CBA this summer.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to come down to something, whatever. Oh, y'all want that? All right. Y'all want to smoke weed? All right, we need this. So it's just a bargaining chip. That's the only
crazy.
reason why they haven't done it yet.
They're gonna charge you for the good time.
Yeah, that's exactly
That's
so.
how it
But to your point of smoking, like the little young homies that I fuck with, and they call me, yo, Al, pull up to the hotel. And I pull up to the hotel, they on the side of the hotel smoking like a cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just on the side of the hotel blowing.
I mean, at one point they was advertising beer. I mean,
They still do at
beer.
one point. They still do.
But before it was players was drinking beer, right? Now you see commercials at like every other time out. It's a beer commercial.
Yeah.
So at some point, at some point,
it's just be
will
cannabis.
We see it in our,
Yeah,
we'll
'cause
see.
that's
I don't know if we're gonna see that in our generation.
We'll see it.
Yeah.
We'll see it. We'll see it.
know.
You'll be old as
3,000
fuck.
maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
because
gonna
like
be old.
nobody ever. I don't know. I don't see them equating like
Weed commercials, and then they go back to
It's coming.
like
It's close
third,
to
the third quarter. Go
They're
back
gonna
to
allow
the third quarter.
CBD
like-
first. They're gonna allow CBD first, and once people wrap their head around
Wow.
understanding that, they'll
Yeah.
be like cannabis will just flow right. It was THC
The whole
will flow
stigma just-
right
stigma
underneath
just
it.
gonna go
Yeah,
out the
it's coming
window.
though for sure.
And so you said you work with or you see NBA players. How was it working with Allen Iverson with the
Dope.
collab you guys did?
Bro, dope. I mean, it's Chuck. You know what I'm saying? And like, if you know him, you know they got a lot of love in his heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He probably told me he loved me probably 1.2 million times. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of love, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm happy that he, you know, took the chance with me. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Obviously, there's other people beating his door down. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But he went with somebody that looked like him, but his brother. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's growing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, it's a really, really good brand. We got some dope genetics coming, you know, from it. Top of the year.
We need that.
Or whatever. Got crossover. Crossover going to be the one.
We need that.
And yeah, just trying to get it in many states as possible. Has been the-
I'm gonna help you get in the glass house for sure. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yes, sir.
And how is it being a multi-state operator? Because that's something that's
It's hard
like,
as hell.
yeah,
What is it? Politics? Is it racism?
Taxes,
Is it everything? Like,
Everything.
licenses.
bro.
everything, huh?
Yeah.
People
People.
that work for you, that don't work for you. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just you're managing so many different things until that point of like every state is different.
Yeah.
So like I can't order one packaging for all my states. You know what I'm
Oh, wow.
saying? Each package has to be different. It's a different
Is
one.
that a license
Oh,
issue
wow.
too? Is that some,
Licensing is tough too. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, you got to pay to keep the licenses active, pay all the taxes.
What?
You know, only people that's making
them
money for
active.
real in cannabis is the government. You know what I'm saying? They're the only ones making hella money. You know what I'm saying? They tax us for every fucking thing. But just learning all those nuances, learning how if you cultivate and the value of having a manufacturing license so that you could, you know, not pay 10% on taxes from moving it. You know, just different things like that. And each state is different, right? Some states I can grow it, package it, and deliver it myself with tender love and care, or some places I got to give it to a distribution company
Gotcha.
that delivers it for me. You know
that's
what I'm
what's
saying?
going
So
on.
it's just there's a lot of nuances to it, but you know, at the end of the day, it's making us colder. Hopefully, when federal legalization happens, it'll kind of operate like alcohol, where it's kind of one set of rules for everywhere, even though alcohol isn't like that either, believe it or not. Because there's some places like Utah where, you know, it's not, you know, it can't be higher than I think 17 proof, where other places.
So you can't
liquor is
smoke in
different.
Utah right now?
No, you could smoke in Utah, but I'm just saying, but the liquor's different. It's not as strong as California or the states next to it.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
That's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but that's how liquor runs. But you understand what I'm saying? So I think that cannabis is going to be kind of like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we looking forward to that day because it'll just make my life so much easier if I can order everything one time.
Right,
Instead of
exactly.
ordering 8 times because all the different
Do,
states.
do you deal with monopolies? Like in some, like they got like you got to deal with that politics.
Yeah, bro, you got to deal with it. And it's
Damn.
like, I mean, this is everything, dog. You know, and like I said, money is power. Money is king. And like they got so much money and they went public. So they got public
shit.
access. You know, I got access to public money, which is, let's just do another raise. And
So you
people just buy
private?
more stock. Yeah, we're still private.
Private. You keeping it private or?
I'm going to keep it private for now. I don't think I'm built to run a public.
You could buy stock in Glass House.
I want to buy stuff.
But that's an investment for sure.
You can invest
Yeah.
in my
You can
company.
invest.
You can invest.
No, I've seen both sides, both private and public. And you got to have a board. The board could be janky. You got to answer to a lot of other people's questions.
corporate, bro. You gotta answer to the shareholders.
Everything gotta be
Yeah.
Oh
to
shit.
even go
Yeah,
public.
it's tough.
The
It's
process.
a tough life. I don't think I'm built for that.
Yeah.
Another big issue in cannabis has been social equity. I think when I first got into space, that was on my first job title. And I was like, wait, what is this? Like, what is that? And then once you find out what is it, what does it even look like? What is the right deal for both sides, especially being black in the space? I got to understand what's a good deal for the company I work for, what's a good deal for a black in the space. And have you been able to crack that code on what social equity looks like?
I mean, I don't think there's no right answer or right way to do it, right? Everybody's gonna have a different opinion on it, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, I personally think that once again, like one of the 2 resources you need. First is education. Educate yourself. Understand what you're doing, what the business is, how to keep it, you know, operational, understanding all the compliance and the regulations issues that you have to deal with just in general, right? Then is capital.
Yeah.
Right? Because, you know, just in life, you know, things don't always work out the way, you know, you expect it to, right?
Yeah.
You know, you think that, okay, man, I got this money and my store gonna be open in 3 months. But when you go digging behind one of the walls, there's some shit behind the wall and you gotta replace the whole wall.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Just shit happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you ain't got enough money, now you behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
And you can't make no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't make a mistake, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, New York is one of the states where I'm interested to see how theirs play out because they're actually gonna, you know, help the social applicant find their retail location, actually find the real estate
For 'em.
and have $1 million for them.
Oh man.
I think they learned it from what's been going on in California.
No,
'Cause
everybody
it's-
learned what's been going on.
it's
in
bad.
California is bad. It's the worst. It's like, it's damn near criminal. Somebody should go to jail for what happened in California.
Yeah.
Seriously, because I mean, they had been promising people social equity for over 10 plus years before I got even hip to it.
That's crazy.
You understand what I'm saying? And you got to think about part of the rules was like you had to control real estate. So that means you had to go and sign a lease.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right, in hopes to win the license that you had no idea if you were going to win it or not.
Damn.
And then you say, okay, you got to have it by December of 2014,
Shit is crazy.
right? And then it's 2018, and you still ain't even
Still paying
issued a
rent,
license
too.
yet.
Still
So
paying
some of
rent.
these people
Still paying
for that.
done lost everything, bro, because during those 4 years, they kept saying, oh, in 3 months, oh, in 6 months, oh, in another 3 months. You understand what I'm saying? So they bled a lot of people out.
Yeah.
Then people that was able to hold on by a thread, they opened them up for predatory investors, to his point of like him being a bigger company trying to work with social equity, because human instinct is to take advantage of people when they're down, right? And that's what happened. These people have you sign these contracts that you take to the state, and it says one thing here, I own 51%, and this is my 49% partner. But we have another contract that says,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay you $2,500 a month, and you're gonna get the hell out of here.
Yep.
Right.
I'm collecting all the bread. You understand what I'm saying? And there was people like, they had no choice, bro. They had nothing.
Yeah.
So they signed off on shit like that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So those are, to your point, of like some of the like issues and pitfalls. And then, you know, the other thing is like when you talk about a social equity applicant being someone that was just recently incarcerated, So look, I love my brothers that was recently incarcerated, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, they just coming home, right? They probably, half of them probably didn't have, high school educations, right? They've been in jail for X amount of years, which that now the way they think of everything is
Right.
different because they're institutionalized, right? They never ran a business, right? So then this guy is the guy that gets the license before anybody, right? So now you give it to him. It's so much risk involved as an investor. How do you invest in them? I love you to death, man, but how am I gonna give you my money? You're the majority, and you ain't never ran a business ever.
Yeah.
So I can't give you the money to put in.
There's no resources.
Damn.
It's like it never made sense.
No,
In the
it don't
beginning, I'm like,
make
how does that make sense?
Right.
And my point is, I'm social equity too, bro. I'm telling you, I saw the crackhead that I didn't want to be like while I didn't
and I
smoke.
went
The why
way.
didn't smoke.
Niggas, I live right there. My uncle got locked up. My nephew, my little cousin nephew, they still locked up. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not social equity because I played in the NBA.
That's wild.
Wow.
Knowing where most people that played in the NBA come from.
Yeah, I'm social equity. What are you talking about? But and my point of that is like, and I'm not saying like it's a better or worse thing, but at the end of the day, it should be a good mix because you should want some of the social equity applicant people to have business acumen and different things like that so that they're successful with the license.
Yeah.
So social
they
equity is an
actually
equitable
grow, you know what I'm saying?
opportunity.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
But let's talk the flip side on the business side. Let's say you have an applicant that just got out of a bad deal and you need to do business with them. How do you compensate with the money that they owe the last person? Because
Well,
person can come sue you.
I mean, like, now that's, that might be a little bit over my pay grade, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just shit that needs to be talked about up front before you do anything.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I personally think that those people that have that money in it, they're probably willing to get their money out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, how much, but like here in California, I know people will do anything to get their money back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on which states. But like I said, places like New York, I think it's going to be a really good opportunity. I hope there's success. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to give those people every chance to be successful by giving them timing rules, meaning like the social equity applicants will be the only ones that can sell adult use cannabis for 3 years before any of the bigger glass houses, GTI, Curalease, whoever those are, they can't participate in adult use. All they could do is supply the stores.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
dope.
it's just trying to give them an opportunity to, to be successful. So we'll see how it all roll out. I mean, I'm sure like
Get back.
I'm sure those bigger companies think it's bullshit, right? Because they've spent 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 million being there.
little bit
And
more
this was
than
their
that.
opportunity to get their money back. But I think overall they'll be okay because they have the biggest infrastructures. So.
What's your thoughts on Biden? I think in his campaign, he said if he becomes president, he'll pardon all nonviolent cannabis
And what has he
convictions.
done? Think about what? What has he done?
It was something recently where he pardoned what? I didn't really understand it, but
Right, he about to run again.
okay.
So now he's starting to go back and check some of the boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like what we learned about politicians, you got to say what you got to say what you got to say to win.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at
All
the end of the
those
day,
glittering generalities.
yes, it's so much that he could have
Glitches.
done for the cannabis community and everything, but he keeps saying he ain't got time for it. He's
Right.
dealing with this, he's dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? So which is fine. But we should just remember that if we did vote for him because of that, of what he
Right.
actually did.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we'll see how it all plays out. But it's just politics. So I don't respect it. I think it was just something that he did. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of checking the box 3 years later.
When did he do it? When he was sleeping and shit?
Like 2 weeks ago or something, or maybe 3
Was he
weeks.
sleeping and shit?
He pardoned what,
I seen
minor?
him on TV, like.
Something.
I know.
I didn't even see
can't
it.
even see
Yeah.
it. I don't
Yeah, you
even
really
participate in
sleeping.
a lot of stuff.
It was something
It's
minor.
ridiculous.
It was something minor. What would you do? How would you go about it? If you was president, knowing the cannabis space, what would be your best?
I would legalize it. I would open it up to testing so that we can find out like what other unbelievable things cannabis can heal with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would allow banking, give access to banking.
I know that's tough for you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's everything, right? I mean, if I could go get a business loan to run my business compared to having to go beg who kid for
Right.
500 bands. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Let me call my peeps real quick.
Pull up and show up with the duffel bag.
It's so much easier. I got good credit. I got great credit. Why can't I use my shit in my business?
That's true.
Let's go to Vegas, man. Let's get on the jet. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I would just push legalization. I would let everybody out of jail.
Yeah.
First and foremost. I will also try to figure out a way to employ those people in the industry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some type of program to incentivize them to go towards that. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what the good it could do. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the pleasures and joys that I've been able to take out of my company is just the fact of just seeing like so many people that, you know, when they first started working for me, they used to ride their bike to work. So one day they had a Challenger. So the next thing you know, they like, yo, I just bought a house.
Nice.
That's love.
You know what I'm saying? And these not executives either, bro. These are like people that started with packaging, with sales, you know what I'm saying? Lower level, you know what I'm saying?
I'm moving units over there.
They've grown over the years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now shit gets tough. Like this is a tough year in the cannabis space for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of people who've been laid off, a lot of companies cutting back, and you kind of have to, right? It's just
we just did that.
But it's everywhere. I did it too. I had to do it too.
Yeah,
I wasn't,
tough.
you know, and I held on probably a little too long.
Yeah.
Like shit is gonna change, and that's where, once again, you got to be learning as an entrepreneur. Like, you can't take everything personal.
Still business.
For sure.
Business got to put his business first.
For sure.
I'm learning, like I said, so I can't. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I'm well put this done. I'm still learning.
When we learned about how your grandmother used cannabis, you got her to use cannabis for her glaucoma. Do you think there's a message for the elderly group through cannabis? Because that was something that was like,
bro. That's one of the. That's like I think that's the fastest growing. Not I got genre in my head, but category demographic. In the cannabis space, bro. They smoke. Bro, my grandmother. I got a picture right. I'm about to show you.
We gotta see grandma.
This my mother's mother. My grandma Betty.
She's smoking too.
Listen.
Bro, she's smoking too much. We started getting
I be trying to
we
get
like
my
grandma.
mom
She's sending me
smoke.
pictures.
She not smoking.
much.
My mama do the CBD.
I've had her try tinctures because she don't take medicine. Like she don't like she had surgery, and I'm like, Mom, you're not gonna take the pain medicine. Okay, I respect that because I don't like to be pumping my body with medicine anyway. So I had her doing tinctures and like
she blowing for real. Look at that shit, yo.
Wow, we gotta get this on camera.
I posted it on my gram today too.
That's hard.
Yes, grandma.
She's smoking.
She was like,
and I hit her. I was like,
sister.
She hit me and asked me something, and I was just like, I was like, Grandma, I was like, Ma, I heard you enjoying the product. She said, you know that's right.
Damn. That's
and
crazy.
This is one of the people. This is stigma.
That's
like my grandmother would have never.
That should be an ad.
What would be your message though to the elderly that's probably watching and saying, I don't believe in the plant. I think it's blah blah blah. What would your message be to the elderly?
I would say, just try it.
Yep.
You know, you don't have to go. You don't have to smoke it if that's not what you want to do. You could try edible.
Yeah.
You know, I would say like people that are afraid of being high the very first time, or older people, get an edible that has THC and CBD in it. Yeah. Make sure it has both. Because it'll balance it. It'll give you a better feeling, and it'll allow you to start your journey in a safe place.
Yeah.
Right. So then from there you can say, okay, you know what? Maybe I do want to see what it feel like. You know what I'm saying? But our biggest thing, and I tell people all the time, like, you know, there was a time when I first got in the game, I was in concentrates. So it was like funny to see people get super high, get them like high as fuck with it, like on the couch. But then you realize that, like, bro, that's not the right thing because you're selling a product and you're selling an experience. So a lot of people that I got that high, they won't smoke. Period. They like, I ain't fucking with that shit. They don't trust anything I say to try because of that bad experience. You know what I'm saying? So like now I look at it differently now. So now my thing is to make sure. Which one that we
smoked? What is the strand?
That is Jealousy right there that y'all smoking. But I also got my collab with my man.
No girls be buying that shit like crazy.
Buy this.
Called Tsunami. And then I got edibles too, which we're excited about. So like that's a new category.
Yo, I'm terrified of it, but all my women friends love edible. It helps them sleep, or it's like for party.
They're properly dosed now. So like we're doing 10 milligrams in Colorado. I think we're gonna do 20 here in California, 20 in Michigan. It's the shit right there changing, you know, to the what the state or what the people want. But the way our shit is cut up is V's in it. You know, so
That's hard.
6 V's in Viola.
That's hard.
So you can microdose
Okay.
by biting 1 V, 2
Yeah,
V's, whatever,
yeah.
to get what you need.
Okay, that's smart. Because
Right.
normally
Yeah.
you be trying to gauge it
They
yourself.
be like, what
and
you on?
like,
5
you like,
V's,
yeah.
baby.
You know, they
I'm
mixing,
5 V'd up, baby.
So I got a story for everything. So the first time I ever ate an edible, I was in New York City. I was in the Hamptons, and I was going to a fucking party. Headed to the party. The dude I'm with, his name is Mitch Modell, owns Modell Sporting Goods. And if y'all know,
That's tough.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm with
That's
Mitch.
crazy.
So I'm with
Love
Mitch.
Modell.
That's a bar.
Mitch
Gotta
gives
know
me.
the
Oh, you know the swag, the slogan.
So that's who I'm with. He gives me the gum. He gives me a brownie, and he doesn't tell me that it's loaded. So I'm hungry. I'm eating the brownie. He still don't know how many milligrams was in it. So long story short, eat the brownie, get to the party. Next thing you know, I get to the party, and I'm like, oh shit, the walls are closing in in the party with everybody there, like everybody closing in. So I leave, I go outside, right? I go outside, and when I go outside, next thing you know, I can hear my heart beating.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit getting silly.
And my
Shit
shit
real
was
silly.
beating mad slow. Like to the point where I'm like, I gotta get my heart to rev up again. So I go in the front of the house, and there's all the drivers and shit, and I start shadow boxing. So, because I know how to box, so I'm shadow boxing and shit. I'm trying to get my heart rate up, right? Because I'm like, my heart, right? So I go through all that, right? And then you know what edibles, it brings you up, it brings you down, it brings you up.
See,
so
nah,
I start coming down, so I go back in the house, right? Next you know, my shit start going back up again. I'm like, oh my God. So then when I do that time, I go outside in the backyard of the house, and they had these big ass industrial fans, and I sat in front of the fan. And I'll never forget, Michael Strahan comes and taps me on my shoulder. He like, Al, you all right? I feel like I'm melting. I thought I was gonna check out that night. So all that to say, that's why I hadn't done gummies in all these years.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So now we finally doing gummies. We're calling it Grandma's Kitchen. Everything's inspired
That's
by my
tough.
grandmother.
I
The
love
flavors
that.
are inspired by. She loves her coffee, so we got a coffee one called
So
Uptown
cute.
Espresso.
Oh, yeah.
We got she's cold with the lemon, with the Kool-Aid. So we got a Kool-Aid flavor that's sitting up there right.
Why don't we all
got
take
tropical punch?
Let's all take one.
Let's take
Take
one.
one.
I've never taken edible.
I'm taking one.
You know something you never
Take
do.
Pass
one,
it, pass it.
I've seen how other
I
people
mean,
reacted.
Yeah.
Try one. That flavor's
Take
fire.
like 3 of them.
When-
Together.
Together. And then we got Big Apple Dreaming, which is like our indica for you to go to sleep.
We're gonna try it.
Okay.
So you've been in the cannabis space for you still try to get me to do it now. You've been in the cannabis space for almost 10 plus years now, 11 years. I'm pretty sure you tried a bunch of strains. What is your favorite strain you've tried in all of this?
Besides his.
I mean, obviously you had to create a menu for
I don't know. I mean, the best weed I ever smoked, I don't know the name of it, honestly. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
usually like being in one of them rooms with, like growers and breeders.
Yeah.
Or just like sampling shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I would
Yeah.
say those have been always the best high.
Yeah.
From an OG perspective, which is what I like to smoke, I got 2 favorites. One is called the Master Leaf OG, which
Okay.
is with that box I tell you, we got an OG flavor,
For sure.
whatever, which we also call Viola OG,
Yeah.
as well. And then I would say like the Jet Fuel
Okay.
OG
Egg.
is another one that would be like my second favorite,
Yeah.
or whatever. So those would be my 2.
So no Zaza for you.
Nah, I'm not a Zod guy, man. I get it. I like the flavor. I like, but I like the OGs. Bro.
Yeah, not to Zaza.
You also spoke about
OGs for the OGs for the OGs.
going to parties in the Hamptons. What's some celebrities you smoke with? And
I mean, nobody's surprising, right? I mean, just all
I mean, everybody smoking Snoop Dogg. You never smoke with
what's
Snoop
someone
before?
that people might not know
Oh,
that
Wiz,
smoke?
I
okay.
can't tell.
You got Wiz.
Yeah.
Because usually that person, I smoke with Obama, I ain't gonna lie. Bro, we was blowing.
Okay.
No, I'm joking.
Oh,
I'm joking.
We were talking about that shit.
You heard that, right?
Niggas like, I told you that nigga been smoking.
Yo.
We was going to find some
Yeah, baby.
Obama.
Shit, Obama gonna be like, Al, don't play with me.
Yo, those taste good, man.
Oh, you just pop.
That's that
Listen,
Kool-Aid.
that's why I fuck with you.
He's not gonna make it.
He's like, y'all playing
Yo,
around. I'm
B-Way
gonna go
don't
ahead
That
and
auntie punch.
First of all, he smoked like
I'll
16
try one.
blunts already.
I'll try one after
gotta
we're
know,
done with
man.
this
I'll send
because-
y'all a care package.
Back
I'll
to
just
back.
see them
Yeah.
or whatever. So just give me till
smoke
next
for
week.
real.
I'll send
Okay.
y'all own, y'all.
So you got the new line that's coming out. Then you already speak to the elderly, and you said the women is coming next. What is your take on women in cannabis?
They some smokers. I'm gonna tell you, I was wrong about them. Like I thought that girls wanted like lighter weed. They wanted their weed mixed with
Hell
some
no.
shit, like rose petals and shit. No, they want that same. They want to get just as high as we do,
Yep.
bro.
Word.
Yeah.
I've learned that the hard way. That is a fact. So our women line
Mm-hmm.
is gonna have gas.
Damn.
Yeah, you
Shelly
see the
got a deal.
guaranteed. put on
Wakanda
Shelly got a
forever.
deal.
Guaranteed.
That's what they girls
See ya.
gas. They rolling grabber, all of it.
Damn.
Bro, they bought in.
That's hard.
They bought in, dog.
I mean, is it gonna be pre-rolls for the girls, or you gotta give
I
them
love
like?
You know,
Pre-roll.
glass tip.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
it's,
sexy.
does a girl look sexy with a big ass blunt, like some like big ass giant shit? Like,
It looks better than hookah. It looks
Does
better
a
than
girl
hookah.
look sexy with a big blunt? That's a good question.
like she got a big fat blunt. She's smoking. She passing it back. Like, is that?
I don't know. For me, it's like a respect thing. Like I give her like a certain level of respect.
Okay.
Like damn,
Oh, okay.
she's serious about that
And
shit.
if she rolled it and everything,
Yeah,
now I
like-
don't be rolling. I
she's
stuff
serious about
cones and I do pre-roll.
But I would prefer them to have like a pre-roll.
Like a
Yeah.
sexy joint.
Unless she looking real sexy with the
Yeah,
blunt.
yeah.
You can't be looking like a nigga with the blunt.
Oh my
Tell
god.
me what the Tell me what the poses are. Tell me what the poses are. What's the?
I mean, like physically, like you
Like,
know,
how
like
should you
giving some kind of
etiquette-wise,
sexy. I don't
ISO
mean like she got to be being sexy with the blunt itself. I mean, her appearance should be sexy. She shouldn't be all.
You saying she
looking
no
mannish.
Tims? No Tims?
Not with a big blunt. That's a big
But
blunt.
what if it's 10 degrees outside?
Where?
You know, not in LA.
Well,
New
right,
York.
obviously.
She can get it off. She can
No,
get
she
it
got,
off.
I still don't know about the big blunt. Because big blunts mean big, like dark lips and stuff to me. I don't know. I don't really get with the big blunt.
Lips be black?
The lips do get black. Mine are pink. Nobody knows I smoke.
Because you are like Linda Clark with it.
Who the hell's Linda
She
Clark?
smokes a lot.
That's Wonder
by the
Woman.
way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Chief Keef
okay.
over there.
Oh, she cause she's
She smokes a
Superman's
lot.
sister. I never knew that
I
was her
never
name.
knew that. I know Clark Kent. What is his name? Clark Kent,
Clark
right?
Kent, yeah.
Okay.
Kent's also
okay.
Clark, too.
Clark Kent. Clark
His name Clark too, right?
Yeah.
Clark.
Clark Kent.
And her name is what?
Her
Linda
name
Clark.
is
Linda Clark.
Linda
The, girl,
Clark.
the lady that played her on the TV show, her name is Linda Clark.
The character.
Yeah,
Because I'm
yeah.
like, why is it reversed? That's why I was confused.
No.
Yo,
I know all the old joint, Burt Ward and all them niggas, Adam West and them niggas. I'm really,
You know the real name.
yeah, man. I've watched all of that. That's where I get my creativity from. 70s shows.
Yeah.
Right.
There's super drip in them shows. All kind of waviness people just be forgetting about because they don't know where it's at.
Yeah.
You know, I watch all that old. Every night I go to sleep to B Street.
Wow.
I've never.
Just,
I don't know.
just so I see, I might hear something that I didn't hear before, and then like, yo, I'm using that.
Yeah.
You know, because the movie it's still a melting pot for the beginning of everything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, I just seen what Jazzy was wearing. Jazzy was wearing in the DJ booth. I was like, I'm cutting my jean jacket like that.
Yeah.
I just was like, oh, they didn't do that yet.
Yeah. I
know what
got
I'm
to come
saying?
somewhere and listen to both of y'all sets too.
speaking of TV shows, what's your favorite, or what actor you think has the best shoe game on TV?
So I would say Will Smith.
Me too.
My 1B would be Martin. And who else is it? Like with shoes?
Kadeem Hardison, A Different World.
I'm really disrespectful to Kadeem.
Yeah,
I gotta
a
go
white
back and
man
watch
can't
me some
jump.
episodes. 'Cause
Yo.
why we only
I don't know
remember
how that-
him
We
with
could
his
definitely
glasses?
pull it up.
Slanderous to not
He had
give
his
it
Yeah,
to
that's
Kadeem.
like crazy.
but
All we know
tell
about
Quentin,
is
I don't
Wayne.
remember him by his sneakers.
Jamie
Me either.
Jamie Foxx, Marlon Wayans.
Gotta get Jamie.
Jamie and what?
Jamie
Jamie
never had
Foxx.
a fresh pair.
Jamie did have.
Yes.
Marlon
He
Wayans
worked at
had
Jingles
heat.
2000. He was never dipped.
Oh my God.
He never. You see
not-
that?
I mean,
he worked at Jingles.
but you gotta give it
2000.
to the dudes that started it. I mean, I get what you're saying, but like, it's Will and Martin, bro.
Yeah, guaranteed. Ain't
For
there
sure,
with
dog.
sneakers? It's
Kadeem, you could
automatic.
give Kadeem too. Like, you could put him-
Seinfeld. Sleeper.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen.
I ain't never peeped her.
I'm going
Silly
West.
on
I'm
the
going
feet.
West
He
Philly
has some
Will.
More than-
Silly
I ain't
on
gonna
the
front. You do
feet.
be having some sneakers.
Silly.
Yeah.
She been doing runners from day one. We brought her some runners to the show.
Really?
And they didn't know when we was going to the show. They was like, "What do Ellen like?" I was like, "She likes sneakers. She a sneakerhead." We got a special pair of Adidas joints made and gave them to her on the show. They was like, "We didn't know that." I was
I
like,
didn't even know
"Yeah." You ever watch your
She wears
shows?
like suits with.
She do suits with
She a
me.
sneakerhead.
And she
What
likes
she
to
known
dance
for?
with it.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah. But I'm rocking with you with Will and Martin.
Yeah, Will had that shit.
Will had that shit.
Legends right
Giving it to
there.
the Dean
Yeah.
all day.
I'm biased, but it's probably. But
What's
Martin used to be fresh too, though.
you had some heat too when you played though. You.
I don't remember him though, man.
Nah,
Can
listen.
we walk down memory lane? What up, Where's the Rock, bro?
We got
shit.
first off, when you was in New York, you had the PE Kobe, I think Portros
I had to
Kobe
make
sevens.
those. I had to make those. So I made those because I had a sneaker brand called Protege.
I remember,
That
yo,
we sold out of
with the
Kmart.
headband too. Y'all had the.
Yeah,
oh my
we sold
god!
out of Kmart. And what happened was,
Crazy.
what happened was the dude I had got in business with or whatever, we ended up like butting heads, and I dubbed wearing the shoe.
Yeah.
So that's why I started wearing the Kobe.
Got you.
Kobe the PEs or
You
whatever.
had- I seen you in the 2K4s in Indiana.
Yeah,
the
so
white,
those
black, and yellow.
was I had them make me those. So those had like my name across the tongue
Buckets.
of them and all that.
Bucket 7?
Nah, back then I was just AH7. I ain't earned buckets yet. I ain't
Okay.
get enough money yet. But soon after.
and we seen you in the black twos. Me and Broadway's favorites. The black
So
Jordan
twos
twos.
now hurt my feet.
Same.
Let me ask y'all, can I ask y'all a question?
plan.
The twos, can I ask y'all,
If
Go
you
ahead.
gotta get a size up in the two.
Go ahead.
I've done the side, bro. At this point, dog, out of all the joints, I can only wear the ones,
Wow.
the fours on some days,
The fours? Okay.
Okay.
the tens.
Oh, that's a different.
Tens is not patent leather, right?
Nah, that's the
Ones
with
with
the
the
messaging
stripes.
across the yeah.
Yeah, when he went like that, come
Yeah,
back. Those,
yeah.
those only ones I could wear. Everything else, kill my feet.
11s? You played in 11s.
Kill my feet now, bro.
Really?
Cannot wear them, bro.
Yikes.
wow.
I can only wear 3 Jordans at this point,
Wow.
So 1s, 10s,
and 4s.
and 4s.
3s kill my feet. I'm like 3s was
Five is
the
a pinky toe
old
killer.
The 5.
It's a pinky toe killer.
Fives
Not
will
the
ruin
baby
your day.
toe.
Right here is over
Yo.
on the five.
Not the baby
Yo.
toe.
And it's crazy because it's the widest shoe.
Widest one.
Yeah.
It's the widest. How does it give your shit a
Pinky toe.
toothache?
Yeah.
Give your shit a
I dare you
toothache.
to wear them to a party. Wear a pair of fives to the party.
Damn.
Wait,
So
you
a
taking them off
toothache.
by the night.
Tell me,
like-
Pinky toe be throbbing.
toothache.
Pinky
I
toe
call it.
killers. I call them
Shout
the
out to
pinky
Freddie.
toe killers.
So you only did Nikes? You didn't do
Yeah, when I first came in, I think I wore like Fila for a minute.
the Grand Hill Fila?
The Grand Hill Fila.
Oh,
Ooh, those is tough. The Method Man.
Yeah, then I've been to Nike. I was
seen
Nike the whole
Method
time
Nose.
until
Yeah.
I did the Protege thing, and Nike paid me up until I did Protege, and then after Protege, they ain't pay me no more.
You didn't make no money with Protege?
Hey, well, nothing that I should have made. We could have made.
Yeah.
It's greed, bro.
Yeah.
You never know what money do to people, bro.
Yeah.
Fact.
fucked up.
Oh,
Learn that shit the hard way.
Speaking of Kobe, I think didn't you like go up against him during the finals? How was
Never
that?
well, in the finals, I wasn't playing. I had my first back injury.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't play that series, but I mean that's where Kobe became Kobe during those finals. You know what I'm saying? I think Shaq won the MVP, but Kobe he won games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or whatever. But how was it playing against Kobe? He was the ultimate asshole.
What?
He was one of the dudes that I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really like. You know what I'm saying? And when he died, it was crazy how it affected me. I couldn't believe it. Really, I was emotional over the shit.
Yeah.
It brought me to it made me realize what he meant to my career, right? And how every time we played them, I did shit differently. Like
Wow.
I slept 30 more minutes. Like I ate a little bit more carbs. I drank extra Gatorade before the game, like because I wanted to be my best to try to beat him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you don't realize that until at that moment. I was like, oh shit, this nigga really like. I really prepared differently for this nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Better than Jordan?
Joe, I didn't play that Jordan.
Gotcha.
I
Came in
played
after.
Wizards
Yeah.
Jordan.
He played
Right,
Ocean.
you're right, you're right.
Plays the whack one.
He wasn't whack, but he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't the guy.
You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
Gotcha.
And having to play against this nigga for 16 years too.
Right.
So being that you played against Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron, and I hate that Kobe is even left out of that conversation sometimes. Who do you think is the best out of the three if you had to choose?
So the best player the best is Michael Jordan.
Hands
I
down.
agree.
The best
All I
player,
wanted
but the
to
best
hear.
player is
That is
LeBron
it.
James.
Really?
And it's just because he did he did everything.
Yeah,
Like he checked every box.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Michael checked every box, but some box might have been a little less faded. But like that clutch gene, as they say, or not even the clutch gene, just that like eat your heart type is Michael. Michael was just different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But player wise, like if you talk about building the perfect basketball player, he looks like LeBron James.
Yeah.
He plays like LeBron James.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like if I had to pick a player, I'm going with MJ.
Yeah.
I think he beats the perfect player.
Yeah.
I think Kobe beats the perfect player. You know what I'm saying?
You talk about clicks. Like, was playing in the Knicks kind of clicked up? I mean, or is that a Knick mentality to lose together all
bro,
the time?
The Knicks, bro. Since Patrick Ewing and them left, since Pat and them left, City ain't been the same. Man.
That's a long time.
Oh
I
my
ain't gonna
God.
go into it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
But is there a mentality like being? I'm from New York, so it feels like we don't care if the Knicks win or lose. We just want them to have a decent season,
Right.
And
That's what
we're
something
cool.
about.
We're cool with that.
Y'all don't have much expectation.
Why is that?
Bro, because that's all, bro. I mean, we've had to become cool. I'm a Knicks fan too. I'm from Jersey. I'm a Knicks fan. So like, that's just what it is.
It's
Yeah.
the culture of the Knicks.
Wait,
It's like
It's the
Yeah.
culture,
It's
the
of
culture
the
of the
fucking
Knicks.
Knicks at this point.
Wait,
bro.
how was it growing up being a Knicks fan, but you got drafted to the Pacers?
Bro, so I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
crazy.
I was mad. I was mad when I got drafted by the Pacers. Even my mother looked like the Pacers, Reggie Miller, punk ass.
I know,
That's all right.
yeah, really,
Oh, you know how we used to talk bad about Reggie in my
my-
house,
now
and then
you
I got
going
to beat
there.
him, and I'm like, this egghead, this alien head. Well, you know what I mean? But like, he's the big homie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He took me under his wing, and I had to change up, but it was tough, dog. Like, it was tough. Walking in the locker room, dog,
crazy.
Dale Davis brothers and all that, like all the pain and
Starks be calling you. What the fuck you doing over there?
yeah, dog was weird.
That's sick. Charles
But I
Oakley
made it.
mad as shit. Like,
I
what are you
made it.
doing?
Charles Oakley. Yo, they used to brawl. I ain't gonna bro. Knicks used to fight like crazy.
I like NBA when it was real
Yeah.
man fights with the
Brawls.
Especially the
crazy
Pacers.
mustache,
Nah, it was
crazy mutton chops.
I mean, it's safe to say you came at a cool prime time. Like, it's like a little
Elbows.
golden, and now it's all these new guys. And
Yeah, I came in a great time.
You came at, like, a
because I
cool-
think
cool point.
there's something to say that like
Yeah.
the 2000s basketball might have been the greatest basketball of all time too. You know what I'm saying?
think
So
they
I
made the
played
best
in the
shoes,
thick of
That's-
that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So definitely came in a great time. I think I came in a time where, where like the skill level finally started to come together.
so the transition.
Yeah, like-
you came in the transitionary
Yeah,
period.
right when like
Wow.
guys my size could actually dribble the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They actually could
Yeah.
shoot threes. Like, we was in high school, I was behind the basket, robot up
That's
and under.
all they gave in the
You know
video
what I'm
game.
saying? So weird. Now you got Antoine Walker.
Great, no type of smooth nothing. They ain't get a center, nothing,
real
G.
talk.
Nigga like
I ain't gonna
Antoine
front.
Walker coming in, patting that
Facts.
shit.
Oh, wait.
Hands
Mate.
up, all that shit. As a
Yeah.
four, you know what I'm saying? So it was the perfect time. That's what I'm saying. I think the game took a leap during that time. Now I think like the skill level of these young boys is like they better than the 2000s. I don't
Yeah.
care what nobody say. Their creativity is
Faster
through
as
the
fuck.
roof.
Yeah.
But their
Yeah.
creativity, they sidestepping
Mm-hmm.
for threes. They dribbling, two-step, still dribbling.
It's a lot of moves.
It's a lot of shit. They
It's
got
a lot
so
of-
much
it's-
shit with
yeah.
them.
They shoot from half
So with
court.
that being said, I'm telling you, you throw us in that charm, like, nigga, what did he just do? That's a travel ref. What is going on? He ain't travel. Like, that nigga just hit me with some shit I ain't never seen before. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think MJ would still win like that in this era, or in this Golden State era?
How he don't win, bro? It's Black Cat, and I think he could win with that team he had too.
You think the only team is better than the Warriors?
I'm not
team?
gonna say it's better. Obviously, the only difference in the teams is the shooting.
Yeah.
That they shot, they made all them threes, and Mike and them had to make threes. So my thing is it easier for Michael and them to adjust to shooting threes?
Yeah.
To them having to play against more physical basketball?
Yeah, that physicality. That
like what's easier to deal with?
Physicality. It's hard.
Yeah, like, all right, Steph, you're not about to just be running around screens like that all day. Like,
cut across the key.
Yeah. Like, Rodman is going to elbow your face off one of these plays. Are you going to get up and keep hitting those? You're going to keep running through that baseline as freely as you do right now.
Or Charles Oakley.
Ain't want no Oak.
Come on.
Oak? I ain't want no problems with Oak. But I'm just saying, like, those are the things that I think about in that game. But I mean, shit. I mean, Steph and them probably they could win. They could probably win.
I mean, you talk about the new guys now. The creativity fucked up the records. It's not even like a team that's like dominant now. They all got like kind of like the same kind of record on both sides.
And they all got like 60 points a night. That's what I don't like. I'm like.
Yeah, it's video game style now. I don't like that.
Or
it's like
dudes just that nice.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
bro, they not trying defensively, son. Like, coaches is not calling timeouts, getting in their ass about defense, bro.
Wow.
You would know.
150 points.
Yeah, that's wild.
In a regulation game.
90 used to be wild.
What?
90 used to be
wild. The coach is not, bro. I'm telling you, he's coaching. They only coaching offense. They're outscoring.
Yeah.
There's no defense. They're outscoring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is dope for that era. Now, I'm sure somebody's like, we play D, but y'all don't really play D. And you might have one or two guys that do take defense personal.
That's true.
Even
but
that.
Defense was
but think about that. And to your point, niggas is nice. Because you think about, like, Andre Iguodala got the MVP for guarding Bron, but Bron averaged 38, 15, 17,
That's
and
disgusting.
8. Right? He
disgusting.
averaged some crazy like numbers you never heard of.
Right.
And he still got credit for stopping them or slowing them down. That's
wild.
crazy, right?
That's wild.
That shit's weird.
I mean, I'm a little out of the loop, but there's no like unicorns for me like before though. Like
It's a unicorn coming.
yeah, I mean, it's
7'1".
It's a 7'5" kid.
Yeah.
what? Who is it? Let me know now.
From London. Where's he from?
He from somewhere.
Seven, what?
But listen.
He's legit.
Listen though.
With a handle.
7'5"?
This motherfucker is different.
Yeah.
What is
7'5" with a
7'5"?
handle. He like
And a jump. Listen, the
What does that
motherfucker
look
shoots
like?
so good.
7'5".
Bro, wait till you see this motherfucker. If he can stay healthy,
Yeah.
How old is he?
now we like 18, 17, something like that. But you know, always people like, oh, shit'll never be done.
Yeah.
If this kid can stay healthy, all the never been done,
He gonna
it's
be the
gonna
one.
be done.
God.
Nobody will catch Bron, though, I think, because Bron's a 20 years of excellence at that level.
crazy.
Nobody will catch him.
He's a
Still does.
machine.
Nobody will catch him because there's very rare that someone can stay healthy like that over
For that long.
time span and that dominant.
Yeah.
Like he's still averaging 30 at 40 years old. So like what he's done, his record book, I think nobody will catch ever.
Wow.
He gonna stamp it.
You ever get pissed off when you look at yourself in the video games and shit? Does it look like you or they got
In the beginning, hell no.
they got Shaq looking
Yeah,
fucked
because
up.
I don't got the shit that I
Well, the
really
new-
do.
the
I'm
new
calling
NBA.
somebody.
Your Shaq,
You know I can do that thing, nigga. Y'all didn't put it in there.
Did you get mad at the rankings? Like if you saw the rankings and it wasn't what you...
At one point I did, but after a while you like, fuck it.
Was that NBA Live era? What was that?
Nah, that was like, it was magazines. It was like the Lindy's magazine. And you remember the basketball magazines? Like Hoop Report?
Yeah.
They used to do an NBA, they used to do the NBA shit too, like the
They be
NBA
off?
preview.
Yeah.
And they'll rank you and shit. So, was I ever happy with my ranking? Nah. Fuck no.
crazy, man.
It's I mean, this is dope. Like, I'm so happy to have you here with us.
That's a fact, man.
Yeah, we did get high.
y'all.
off
We
that.
got high.
Because right now,
Viola.
Like, and I gotta go to a meeting from here. So
Viola.
right now,
Viola,
It's
sir.
gonna be a nice, it's real vibey. Like, you know, I'm on cruise control.
edible is
we all gotta
already.
take. We gotta take a.
I did it already. I'm
It hit
wavy.
you already?
Yeah, hit me.
Marcus, you really gonna give it a try today?
Come on, let's try it. Love it.
Yo,
We're gonna
it
close it
tastes
out
good.
together.
Pause. Try it.
We gonna do it, huh?
But that shit.
We can.
You
though.
gotta try it.
We can.
Okay, let's
The
do
weed
it.
for sure.
Yo, he said
Well,
we can.
but we
He
was
said
talking
we
about the
can.
bees for his grandma.
In the words of Chris Tucker,
Right,
bite
like
that
my
shit.
Well, I need to take food with it. I need to take food with it or something.
Food.
No,
Nah, nigga.
let's take one that's 10 milligrams, bro.
Wavy right
Bro, it's 10
He
milligrams.
said it's already dosed out.
Go ahead with it.
He nervous.
You know this who kid ain't grabbing one,
You
right?
ain't fucking with it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's the pump fake.
You wanna hit the weed?
Yeah,
'Cause I got
whoa,
one
whoa.
out.
Yeah. Oh, no,
This is
he's
true.
scared.
This is true.
Nigga, I'll be like,
Definitely do. Maybe we'll just take a little puff of the weed. Okay, yeah.
You still got another blunt?
Wrap it out.
Nah, I'm ready.
Wrap it up. Come on, let's do it, man. Wrap it up.
Wrap that shit up, dude.
I'm high as fuck. I'm sorry, man.
So
I'm
Al,
fucking-
take us home. Tell us where we can find Viola in California, where we could find it. You know.
Yeah, so the states we in California, so, you know, the stores, you just gotta weed map it. There's a lot of stores,
Fire.
obviously. We in Michigan. We got some dope partners there. So, like I said, weed match, because I don't want to say the one company and not the other. You know, that can get tricky.
States-
Especially if they see it. Like, damn, he ain't mention us. Then my order.
I threw it
No, it's all
all
good.
out.
Damn, bro.
But
we about to launch in Maryland, Missouri, Illinois, Nevada, and Arizona. Top of the year.
Okay.
And then existing markets, like you said, California, Michigan, and Oregon.
And what's the Instagram handle? For
We at Viola, Viola.
Love
And then
it.
I'm at Al Harrington 3.
Right.
Follow me, you know what I'm saying? My shit been stuck at 115,000 followers.
Oh, we got
for
to get
2
that
years.
up.
Yeah, yo, we gonna
We
get
got
that.
to
Nah,
get that
but I
up.
think I'm being, I think I'm shadow banned
banned.
or something, bro.
We all are.
2 years,
That
bro.
whole shit, yeah.
I've been stuck.
That shit.
That's another thing in cannabis I don't like either. Some brands is able to post all type of stuff, and some brands post.
See,
one
Burner
thing.
got his shit, social club or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like one that now we could
Are you
post
on
weed
there?
and shit. Yeah, I'm on there too. At
Oh,
Viola.
that's what's up.
At
Fire.
Viola
Shit.
on Social Club.
Yeah, so
No.
maybe get on there. Maybe we could do our own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah,
that's what we got to do.
That's what we gotta
Fact.
do.
But I appreciate the love. Y'all dope.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Awesome. I had a good
Coming.
time. I should have
real,
told me to
man,
bring
that's
sneakers,
real.
but next time I'll bring the
Next time,
Viola.
Nah, you
kicks.
poetic.
We should have brought some basketballs, man. We could have made money.
Oh
off that shit.
look, they got the hoop.
Got the
When we
hoop
do-
right
Right
Now,
there.
your next drop,
Oh.
we'll come preview it. We'll test drive.
Okay. All right, let's
some
do it.
content.
For sure.
Say
No, I
no
appreciate
more. What comes
that.
to the office?
Yeah, we got Palace Punch, and then we got another
Palace
special one that
Punch.
we're
Hell
about to
yeah.
now. That's Steven Jackson's strain.
That's
So from the fight in the
I
thing.
thought I heard it from somewhere.
Fight in Detroit. So Palace
Oh my
Punch on the
God.
way.
Trill.
Wavy.
You didn't peep that.
Bow.